ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वती नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परा वन्दे गुरुपरम्परा। ॐ नमः शिवाय 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 ॐ नमः शिवाय। हर नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव शंभो शंकर। ॐ नमो नारायणाय 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 ॐ नमो नारायणाय। बोले श्री नारायण भगवान की जय। In Narada Bhakti Sutras, we were discussing how devotion can be cultivated, how devotion can be developed. मुख्यतस्तु महत् कृपया एव भगवत् कृपा लेशाद्वा। Sutra number 38, chapter number 3. मुख्यतः, primarily, to indeed, mahat krupaya eva, by the blessings of great Mahatmas, great masters, by the blessings of great souls, ardent devotees of Bhagavan, we can develop devotion. And Bhagavat Krupa Leshadva, even Lesha, a little bit of the grace of Bhagavan. By the grace of Bhagavan only we can get devotion unto Bhagavan. Bhagavan will give so many things, but he will not give easily devotion. Bhakti, to develop bhakti, to cultivate devotion, we need 100% surrenderance. Why it is said Mukhataha, it's primarily we can get this devotion, we can develop this devotion for Bhagwan by the grace of great souls, noble souls, Mahatmas, because when we will be in the presence of them, Sannidhi, Matrena, by their presence itself, it makes a lot of difference in our lives. When we will be in their presence, when we will be seeing them, when we will be listening from them, slowly what will happen? Whatever earlier we were having negative kind of things in our mind, slowly those things will be removed and beautiful and nice thoughts will be cultivated in our mind. So here it is said, primarily, Mukhyataha, this is the source to develop devotion. And in the next sutta it is said, Mahat Sangaha tu Durlabaha Agamyaha Amogaha cha. Earlier we have discussed in detail, very nice sutra. To come in contact with great people, to get the company of the devotees and masters, it's very rare, durlabha. Punya punja binu milayina santa, it is said. Without a lot of merits in earlier lives, we cannot get the company of noble souls. So Mahat Sangaha tu Durlabaha, and if once we get that company of good people, Mahatmas, when they enter in our lives, what will happen? Agamyaha Amogaha cha. It's when we will get that opportunity to be in their presence and to listen from them, it is Amogha. It will never go in vain. And before that, Agamyaha, it is said, impossible to know. Impossible to know means even the great Mahatmas are there, but it is not easy to recognize them. Because most of the time in ignorant state, we will see Mahatmas, but we think they are also like us only. Like human beings, like ordinary human beings, they may be studying little bit and maybe speaking little bit. It's like that about scriptures. We think like that. We cannot recognize the glory and greatness of Mahatmas. That is also very difficult. And when we understand the greatness of Mahatmas, when once we surrender and we listen that great knowledge about Bhagwan, then what will happen? Our entire life will be changed, transformed. And here it is said, Amogaha cha, whether we know their greatness or not, but when we will be in the company of Mahatmas, definitely the result will be there. We will experience it. Amogaha, because it will never go in vain. Next sutra number aphorism number 40. Labhyate api tat krupaya eva. Labhyate api tat krupaya eva. Labhyate api tat krupaya eva. Api means here we have to take nevertheless. Labhyate is attained, is gained. Tat krupaya, by the grace of him. Eva means only. Here, who is that by the grace of him? Here it is said, by the grace of God. By the grace of God only, we can get the company of noble souls in our lives. Punya punja binu milayina santa, Rama krupa binu soina. Means without Rama krupa, without Bhagwan's grace, we cannot get company of Mahatmas. When we get the opportunity, then we have to utilize that properly. And when Mahatmas will bless us, whatever may be papas in us, all those things will be vanished. This is the power of the Sannidhi, means presence of Mahatmas. When we take deep in the Ganga river, how we'll be having that thought of purification. In the same way, when we take dip in the Bhakti Ganga, we will be purified. Next aphorism. Tasmin, you can repeat after me. Tasmin tajjene, we have to break that word. Tasmin tajjenena, tasmin tajjenena, bheda bhavat, tasmin, in him, tat jene, Tat Jana means people. Here Tat Jane means in his devotees. Here Tat Tasmin means in him, means in Bhagwan, in God, and in his devotees. Veda Abhavat. Veda Bhavat word is there. Break that one. Veda means difference. Bhava means existence. It is there. Abhava means absence. It is not there. Veda Bhavat. Because there is no difference. Means there is no difference between God and his devotees. Those who realized his nature. Please understand here. See, all of us also will be calling us, we are also devotees of Bhagwan, devotees of Bhagwan. But here what here it is said, there is no difference between God and his devotees, means those who realize the nature of Bhagwan. One who became one with Bhagwan. Vasudeva Sarvam iti. One who realized this entire thing is nothing but Vasudeva Swarupa, and one who got the state of Sarvatma Bhava. Sarvatma Bhava means that Mahatma will be seeing his own self, that Bhagwan, in everything, in everyone. That identification with everything. So that's why here it is said, Bhagwan is all pervading and ever existing. So in the same way, when devotee will become one with Bhagwan, what will happen? He is also Bhagavat Swarupa only. So here it is said, there is no difference between Bhagwan and as a devotee. Means what we have to understand. When our Guru Mahatmas, they are teaching, and when we are in their presence, we have to understand Bhagwan himself. He came to impart that knowledge to all of us. He himself came in the form of Gurus. See, our Guru Parampara is so great. Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam. We are chanting, na? Rightly? And Narayan, from Narayan Bhagwan onwards. Brahmadeva. So from them, now whomever we are considering as a Sadguru, all these gurus are, even though using the word plural, names and forms are different, but only Bhagavat Swarupa. That's why how we will worship Bhagwan, we are doing Paduka Puja and Pada Puja of our gurus. Yes. How we are doing the puja of Bhagwan is Shodashopachara puja we are doing now for Bhagwan, and in the same way we are doing the Shodashopachara puja to our Guru or our teacher. Why? Because considering him as Bhagwan. Why we are doing like that? Here in Narada Bhakti Sutras, Narad Maharshi himself is saying, Tasmin Tajjane Veda Bhava, there is no difference between Bhagwan and his devotees. Same. Okay. Example, when a river will enter into the ocean, rivers we can take the plural. When rivers will enter into the ocean, what will happen? Only ocean will be there. Afterwards, we cannot call this is so and so river, this is the name, this is the name. Not like that. Those names and forms get dissolved completely. Only one ocean is there. In the same way, when devotees will become one with Bhagwan, they are also nothing but Bhagavat Swarupa. Tadeva sadhyatam, tadeva sadhyatam. Tadeva sadhyatam, tadeva sadhyatam. Therefore, because of all these reasons, whatever we discussed in now, Sutra number 42, it is said, Tat eva, Tat means that. That means what? That supreme devotion. Tat eva, here we have to take the goal of the human being, goal of the life of the any individual person. Tadeva sadhyatam. Sadhyata means is to be attained, is to be accomplished. Not only once, twice it is said, Tadeva sadhyata. When we want to emphasize something, we utter the same word twice or even sometimes 3 times also. I don't do it, I don't do it, I don't do it. Why? You can say it's once, no. We want to emphasize that. So here, Tadeva sadhya, Tattva, that force we have to understand. How Narada Maharshi is saying, Arey Baba, you may be having so many other ambitions and aims and goals in your lives, but all those in your life, but all those things are not going to give permanent happiness. All those things are not ultimate goals to be attained. So many people, they are doing so many kind of works. All the time engaged in so many kinds of works, yes. But what is the purpose of all those things? Whatever we are doing, meant for what? Finally, what we want to achieve. And in this world, whatever we are doing and whatever we are gaining is so many adjustments in the life. And at the time of death, what we are going to take along with us? Only vasanas will be there, and again we will take another birth. The person may be having temporary kind of goals in his life. To lead his life comfortable in this world, he can work, but all the time should have the thought of ultimate goal. Tat eva. Eva means alone. That alone is to be accomplished. So we have to develop the supreme love for Bhagwan. Should have that bhakti. Here that sadhyata word is used. No? So sadhaka, one who wants to achieve something, is called sadhaka. Sadhana. Sadhana means to achieve the goal. Sadhya, that is to be gained or achieved or accomplished. These 3 things. Whatever we undertake, any work, these 3 things will be there. We want to get something. To get that one, we will do something. The process will be is going on, and the person will be striving, putting forth effort to achieve that one. One person in the office, he wanted to get promotion. For him, what is sadhya? Getting promotion. So for that, sadhana should be done. So that time he is sadhaka only. But when it comes to the path of devotion and the path of Vedanta, the spirituality, what is the goal? What should be accomplished? Earlier we have seen the Parabhakti, means the supreme devotion. Abheda Bhakti, we can say. That supreme devotion and the ultimate goal of jnana, self-realization, both are same. How can we say both are same? Because when we follow the path of knowledge, jnana, what will happen? The sadhaka will be having the qualities of sadhana chatushtaya sampanna adhikari, might have heard this term. One who endowed with viveka, vairagya, shama, adhishatka, sampatti, mumukshutva, all these things. And that sadhaka will be all the time putting forth effort to dissolve his ego, and completely he wanted to destroy his ego, that jiva bhava, and he wanted to become one with Brahma Swarupa. So jiva Brahma Aikya, in simple term, if we want to understand. This is the main goal of that sadhaka. Means he wanted to become one with Brahman. When he wanted to become one with Brahman, what he will be doing all the time? slowly reducing that Jiva Bhava ego by so many sadhanas. And finally, is giving up that Jiva Bhava, giving up that identification with body, mind, and intellect, and he will realize the self. So only Brahma Swarupa will be there. When it comes to the path of devotion, the Parabhakti is equal to that Jnana Sthiti. Why it is said? In this path, that devotee, that bhakta, in the beginning stages, he will be having that thought of difference between himself and his beloved Bhagwan. I am Bhakta and he is Bhagwan. Even in the path of Jnana also, in the beginning stages, the thought will be that I am sadhaka and I have to gain that Brahma Swarupa. Means I want to become one with Brahma Swarupa. That thought will be there. But afterwards, what will happen? The thought of difference will be removed. So here also in the path of bhakti, what will happen when that devotee completely he becomes, or he will be identifying with Bhagavad Swarupa, listening his stories and all the time meditating upon his name and form, what will happen? He will forget his own name and form and he will keep aside all his guna, doshas, all those things, and he will not be having that ego and so on, so person, and I am doing all these things. All these things will be slowly reduced and completely his mind will be focused on his Bhagavad Swarupa, on his beloved God. Then finally what will happen? This Veda Bhakti will become Abheda Bhakti. That devotee will forget completely himself and he will become one with Bhagwan. Means only Bhagavad Swarupa will be the Brahma Swarupa. So that Para Bhakti and Moksha Sthiti, both are same only. Here Tadeva Sadhyata means this alone should be accomplished. Hope understood? Because a few people will be thinking when we follow the path of Jnana, we will achieve something and moksha. When we follow the path of bhakti, we will go to the loka of Bhagwan and something other thoughts will be there. But please understand, Tadeva Sadhyatam, that supreme devotion should be accomplished means goal is same, becoming one with Bhagwan. Next sutra. See, by this sutra, this section has been completed. In the next section of the third chapter of third section, sutra number 43, very important and very practical also in our lives. It will be very helpful. Dussangaha sarvatha eva tyajyaha. Dussangaha sarvatha eva tyajyaha. We have to remember this one. Very important for sadhaka, even for all of us, means for bhakta sadhakas and for all people also. This is very important for their growth, improvement, and to lead peaceful and happy life. This is very important. For smooth transactions also important. What? Dussangaha. Sangha means company, association. Dussanga. In Sanskrit, su means good. Du means bad, evil. In Mahabharata, Duryodhana, Dusyasana, all names will start with du like that. The word will start with su, sujana, sumarga, sunayana, like that. Su means good. So, dussanga means evil company, association with bad people. Sarvatha, very important, underline this one. This sutra itself should be remembered, underline. Sarvatha eva. Sarvatha means by all means, all the time. Tyajyaha. Eva means only. It should be given up. Tyajyaha. Tyajyaha should be renounced, should be given up. Little bit we may feel why must we have to see Bhagwan in everyone as Bhakta and Sadhaka, they have to see Brahman everywhere and Bhagwan everywhere. But here it is said, Sadhusangaha Sarvata eva tyajyaha, it is said, renounce completely the company of bad people. It means we have to hate them, we have to throw them, we have to keep them away. Not like that, not like that. These are not two contradictory things. Yes, there is Bhagwan in everyone, in everything, no doubt about it. There is only one self in Rama and in Ravana. Yes, accepted. But Rama is Rama, Ravana is Ravana. Yes. This is the difference between good and bad. And for devotees, for sadhaks, when they will be pursuing for the higher thing, in the pursuit of that truth, he should develop lot of sattva. How it can be developed? When he will be having sattvic people around him, sattvic atmosphere around him, then only it is possible. All of us, we know this one from childhood onwards, we experience also. Jaisa sang Vaisa run. You might have heard this one. The company of people will influence our mind a lot. The company of people will influence our way of thinking a lot. We cannot deny this one. So when evil-minded people will be there around us, or when we will friendship with them, then what will happen? Even though we are having good qualities, slowly those kind of negative things in them will enter into us. There are more chances. And you may ask, Amma, why like that only our good qualities can enter into them? Na? Yes, that is also is possible, but evil is all the time more powerful than goodness. This statement is not absolute statement, relative statement only. Of course, at the end, only Satya and Dharma will get that Vijay. But in the beginning stages, especially for devotees and sadhakas, that evil power will be more powerful to sustain goodness and to sustain the Shraddha, faith in God and scriptures, and following this path of devotion and path of knowledge. It's really, without good company, it's very difficult. When evil kind of thing will come across, the mind immediately will be attracted towards that. Our senses will be attracted towards that. That's why we say, Bhadram karne bhisunuyama devaha, Bhadram pashyemaksha bhityachetraha. May we listen auspicious kind of things by our ears. May we see auspicious kind of things by our, may we perceive, may we see with our eyes good things only. This is prayer, Shanti Mantra. Here, why the word is used sarvatha, all the time. And means evil people, all the time they will be evil. Sometimes they also will be good, na? So why we should not entertain them? We may think like this, but evil is, as it is said, very powerful. Once those thoughts will enter in our mind, it's not easy to remove them. And what are the consequences of this dussanga? It is said in the next sutra. These two sutras are connected. Dussangaha sarvatha eva tyajyaha. Dusanga, evil company all the time, by all means, should be given up mercilessly. For sadhaks and devotees, though, it's mercilessly. It's not like we hate them or we use harsh words to them, not like that, but we should not entertain in our mind. That is the most important thing. We have to protect sadhaka in us. We have to protect the devotee in us. That protection is required. Sattvic atmosphere is required. Sutra number 44. What are the consequences of evil company? It is said, Kama krodha moha smruti bramsha buddhi nasha. This one word like that. Kama krodha moha smruti bramsha buddhi nasha. Sarvanasha karanatvat. Sarvanasha karanatvat. Very powerful words used by Narada Maharshi, but it is fact also. Kama krodha moha smruti bramsha buddhinasha sarvanasha karanatvat. Karanatvat. There is a reason to say this. The Dusanga should be given up. What is that reason? When we are listening these Kama, Krodha, Smriti, Bramsha, all these words, few of you might have remembering something. Same words used in Bhagavad Gita, the 2nd chapter, if you remember. Because of Kama and Krodha, finally what will happen? Buddhinasha, Pranashati, etc. Kama, desire. Krodha, anger. Word meaning, let us see first. Moha means delusion, infatuation also. Moha. Smruti vibhramaha. Smruti bramsha or Smruti vibhrama also. Word will be there. Smruti bramsha. Loss of. Smruti means memory. Loss of memory. Memory means it's wisdom we can take. Buddhi nashaha. When we don't have that memory means our intellect is not functioning properly, what will happen? Buddhi nasha, it's loss of discrimination, and sarvanasha, finally complete destruction will take place, utter ruin. If once we start falling, where we will reach, it's difficult to say. Climbing is difficult. Falling is very easy. It's like a climbing mountain. Once we have to put forth effort. When that what you call that ball once slipped from our hands and on the steps, just once it fell down, then turn, it will come down. About to reach the what you call that mountain's peak state, about to reach that one, pinnacle of that, but because of just one slip, unable to balance that leg. Here in sadhana also, these Kama Krodhas are very powerful. How they will play with that sadhaka and devotee, it's very difficult to understand. Here, because of Dussangam, all these negative things will enter into us and they will cause destruction of our life. In our Purana Itihasa, so many stories have been given. We might have heard so many things. Because of one negative thought in one individual's mind, how many people they will suffer. Entire destruction. Example, Ravana. One thought, Kama. Even though he studied Vedas, even though he used to daily worship Lord Shivji, ardent devotee of Lord Shivji, great tapasvi also. He did that such kind of wonderful penance and very powerful man in those days. So many qualities are there, but because of one negative thing, how it entered into him, in his mind. All of us, we know that Ramayana story. His sister, that Surpanaka, she came when she was insulted by Lakshmanji and Ramji. She came and she said, no, I have seen such kind of a beautiful lady. So you have to see her, you have to get. He heard and he developed that desire, karma entered into his mind. When he entertained that thought, when he entertained the thought of just listening from her, it's entered into him, and afterwards all of us. Entire family also is destroyed. How many people suffered because of that one negative thought? And krodha, anger, how many demons, danavas, after getting that boon, because of that krodha, when they wanted to get something, if it is not going to happen according to their wish, they will be ready to do anything. See, when those people will be having all what you call negative kind of desires in them, sensuous kind of people, when we will be in the company of them, slowly those thoughts will influence us. Even though that person, devotee, sadhaka is very strong, sometimes it's mind's nature. Mind all the time will not be strong enough. Please understand. We are great devotees, yes. We are studying scriptures, yes. We are reflecting upon them, yes. We are doing our sadhana sincerely, yes. All those things are okay, fine. But be alert, please be alert. See, all these things are Maharshis and these Mahatmas, they are saying, means it's not just they read somewhere and just they have written here and we are studying. Not like that. Anubhava also. Narada Maharshi himself has undergone these things. Kama and Krodha. Might have heard those stories also. Moha, deluded completely Narada Maharshi also. This great Mahatmas. It means what? We have to be more and more alert. This karma having two aspects. One is when it is fulfilled, the desire, any kind of desire. If it is fulfilled, what will happen? It will lead to lobha, greediness. Once we experience that one again and again, we want to experience that joy, same joy. When it is not fulfilled, the desire is not fulfilled, karma is not fulfilled, what will happen? To which extent we are having the strong desire, to that extent, if we are having strong desire, then to that extent, if it is not going to be fulfilled, to that extent we will get krodha also. There is difference between kopa and krodha. Kopa, the degree of that anger will be less. Krodha, the degree of anger will be more. That person will forget himself completely. These are like impulses. One who can withstand these things. See, it is not said it's completely person will be free from kama, krodha, moha, and all these things. Completely, it's absolutely free from all these things. Then he is Brahma Swarupa only. For sadhaks and bhaktas, this is sadhana. So even in Bhagavad Gita it is said, kama krodhodbhavam vegam sheknoti haiva yashodum. Sayuktasya sa sukhi naraha, one who can withstand the impulses and forces of this kama and krodha, etc. That person is yukta, the man of integrity. And if that person only can be happy. But dussanga is there, it's very difficult to control these kind of things. Immediately we will express. See, when we will be in the company of the person, our presence of the person, one who is all the time means most of the time is getting angry, expressing that anger and gone punishing other people. What will happen when the sattvic person will be there? And seeing that person daily, what will happen? Slowly, this person also will get angry for small, small things also. It will happen. Kama, Krodha, Moha delusion. We cannot see properly and we cannot understand properly about the thing, what it is, and exactly whether it is going to give happiness to us or not, whether it is going to sorrow. And we cannot see by right means we are getting that one or not. See, when the thought of desire is strong in the mind of person, the mind will be completely covered by that, overwhelmed with by that desire, and this moha, infatuation, delusion. Because of that putra moha only, that Dhritarashtra, even though in his presence he cannot see with eyes, but he knew what is happening and he knew what is going to be happen also. In his presence, such kind of terrible kind of things happening, insulting Draupadi Ma. What kind of thing? Even ordinary people, even uncultured people also using such kind of word. Those who did not even study anything, when illiterate people, uncultured people, will not do such kind of things. But in that place, how many great people they were there. But why? It's moha. This kama krodha moha only, expressed through Dhritarashtra, Duryodhana, Dusyasana. Being in the company of them, what happened? Karna also, he uttered such kind of painful words, we can say, negative kind of words, giving pain to others. Such kind of words are uttered by him, Karna. Karna, by his own nature, he is good person. Yes. He is also Kunti Kumara, son of Sun God, having so many great good qualities, but being in the Dusta Chetustaya, Duryodhana, Dusyasana, Shikuni, and Karna. So when he became the friend of Duryodhana, it's his way of thinking and way of talking also changed. Dussanga, that's why it is said Dussanga Sarvata Eva Tyajya. Sometimes we wonder why this person is behaving like this. Earlier he was so nice, she was so nice. What happened? So such kind of words, negative kind of words uttering and is behaving like this, giving a lot of trouble to others. Unbelievable is we cannot even think like this. This person is doing that. Why? Because some way something wrong. What is that wrong? Dussanga. We have to be very alert when other people are giving negative thoughts or when people are talking about others negatively. We should be very alert, very careful. We should not entertain. See, one more thing, when one bad person will be there, his perception also will be all the time negative only, and he will perceive in such a way and he will gather that information and he will tell about other good people also badly. And once we receive that wrong information, it will reach our mind and afterwards it's very difficult to remove. And we also started perceiving negative. In fact, we don't know about that person completely, but that person said, no, that person, he's not good person, she's not good person. Then the thought will tell in our mind. If really we are strong enough in our personality, then if we understand that person, how I misunderstood because of listening about this person from others. No, she's not like that, he's not like that. It's good. Dussanga is very powerful, very powerful. Of course, satsanga more powerful than this. That's why earlier we have seen Satsanga should be there, satsanga should be there. The remedy to dussanga what? Satsanga only. So this kama, krodha, moha, then what will happen? Slowly, it will lead to smriti bhramsha. That person will lose the memory. Here, memory means the thoughts earlier gathered in the form of wisdom, his knowledge, is not available at the right time. When person's mind is overwhelmed, covered with this kama and krodha, that person with whom he is talking, what kind of words he is using, he will forget completely. Shishupala, because of that anger and such kind of negative thought, in front of him, Sakshat Bhagwan is there, Lord Krishna, Bhishmacharya, and all of them also, great Rishis, Munis also, they said he is so greater than all of us, all of you. You have to worship that Lord Krishna. Then what happened to him? He could not see that greatness and glory. All negative words using. Whatever earlier studied also, that person will forget completely. In another examples also, when we see, good people also, because of these negative kind of things at that moment, particularly because of these impulses, so powerful, and that person completely, he will forget whether in front of us father is there, mother is there, Sakshat Guru is there. We forget everything and we will express that anger, etc. Because of these negative impulses only, people sometimes they will kill others also, and afterwards they will realize this, why is I did like that. Dussanga. How once that person will lose the memory, wisdom, that knowledge is not available at the right time, then what will happen? Buddhinasha, his discriminative power is not there at all. He cannot think properly. He cannot make right decisions also at right time. Sarvanasha karanatvat. This dussanga is finally Sarvanasha karana. What is that Sarvanasha? Any person wants to get happiness only, by all means. Here Sarvanasha means that person will become anadhikari to get moksha. In other terms, Sarvanasha means Chaturvida Purushartha Sadhena Dharma, Artha, Kama, Mokshas. Here Kama means it's not said here Kama word, negative kind of thing, dharmic way. So that person will become unfit to achieve Chaturvida Purushartha. If we go deep into the thought, Sarvanasha means that person will not get moksha sthiti. How many lives he has to go through again and again. This is one aspect. And come to our day-to-day life. So many relationships are destroyed, broken because of the sangha, because of these negative thoughts only. Even in our homes also, family lives also, when we are seeing this relative side and those relative sides, so they will say something, they will speak something, and this wife or husband, they will quarrel each other. No, they said that one, you said that one, and nowadays, the more all these things, ego clashes, etc. Dussanga. In Ramayana, because of that Mantara, she came and put negative thoughts in the mind of Kaikeyi. Then what happened? All of us will know. Kama, Krodha, Moha, Smriti, Bhramsha, Buddhinasha, Sarvanasha, Karanatvat. Because of this reason, Dussangaha Sarvata eva Tyajyaha. We should not be in the evil company at You can reflect more upon it, and practically what we have to do after listening all these things. It's not like categorizing these are the good people and these are the bad people, and it's not like that. Please don't entertain evil company, and please don't entertain the thoughts in the mind, evil thoughts. It's not evil company means all the time outside people will be there, bad people, we have to be away from them. Not only that, in our mind only evil thoughts will be there. If we go on entertaining them, that is dussanga only. Please understand, this is very subtle point. In our mind, when negative thoughts are rising in the bird, please, we have to remove that time only. If we entertain even little bit, then difficult. Here it is said in the next aphorism, little bit krodha, little bit these things, little bit chalega na? No. Why? Because tarangaitapi me sangat samudrayanti ime, these kind of things, what kama krodha etc. Taranga ita, it's like, I think it's a ripples, api, though, even though they are very small size, it's like that. Taranga, it's like small waves, it's like that. But sangan, by the evil contact, what will happen? Samudrayanti, they will become like big ocean. It's true. When little bit negative things are there, if we don't stop them with the evil company, they will become very big. Afterwards, difficult to conquer them, difficult to give up them also. Now, some people, this anger, etc., it will become just their nature. Our Puja Gurudev always say, anger, how it should be. Anger is like an object, like it should be in our pocket. Whenever we want, we have to use it, and again we have to keep it back. It means what? We should have control over that. To work means work should be done properly, or for the discipline's sake, we have to use sometimes anger, but it's not really anger. That is expression of goodness only, for good cause. See, this anger, because of that, when we use negative kind of words, how much they will cause the pain in others' minds. Please understand. Especially in relationships, even near and dear ones also. When we utter in anger few negative kind of words, we may forget them, but those who received, for them it's very difficult. And afterwards, again, we may be maintaining nice relationship, but when that context will come, or sometimes they will be reminded and they will be thinking us that, like that. Words once came out, we cannot take them back. And the skama to completely gaya. So we have to be very careful, and even we should not give little space to them in our heart. Then afterwards they will become very big in size. They will occupy entire our heart. We cannot have devotion for Bhagwan. We cannot study the scriptures. We cannot have concentration at all. And finally, we will lose our peace of mind. So many hesitations. See, nowadays we are seeing in people's face and people's mind is completely filled with so many kind of negative things. No peace at all. No happiness at all. Little bit happiness and peace here and there experiencing, but most of the time, why we are unhappy? Because wherever negative things will be there, their dukkha will be there, hesitation will be there. So, dussanga should be given. Remaining sutras we will see in the next class. By this sutra number 45, this section has been concluded. Chapter also concluded. Mani will see after this. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Asato Ma Sargamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutangamaya. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.